A Pros List exclusive.
We are live.
We're live. D-Rob, thanks for joining me, man.
How you doing?
Good, man. I was just telling people, I've known you for a very long time as you were a UCLA commit before your pro career, and I think we met on a recruiting trip probably in 2011, maybe?
11, yeah.
11. So it's been a while.
And it seems like yesterday, but it was so long ago.
The last decade's kind of flown.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what a time, dude. We had some dudes on that recruiting trip. That was crazy. But
I know. We only got a few of them to school, but it was still a solid bunch.
uh,
Well, man, it's time for the off season. Tell us a little bit about the year. I know you obviously had a trade mid-season, which is pretty cool experience. I don't know if it's good, bad, or other, but were you excited to come back to the West Coast?
yeah, to say the least, for sure. Definitely. I mean, it's my second trade so far in pro ball, so kind of familiar with going about the process. Just to let the people know a little bit, I was with the Rays going into the season. I was actually DFA'd, and right before I was about to clear waivers, the Giants made a trade with Tampa to acquire me. So it was really cool to see that happen. Obviously, going to such a rich, historic franchise, and then coming back close to home, obviously was awesome. Obviously, with the COVID season, a little bit different. Hopefully, I'll be with the team this coming season as we wait to kind of sort some things out, which I think is looking positive. But I'm really looking forward to coming down to SoCal and playing in stadiums that I grew up watching. Dodger Stadium,
Yeah,
stuff like that. So it's very exciting. Just very fortunate for the opportunity to be doing what I love, especially with these unprecedented times where a lot of people are finding themselves out of a job. So just definitely trying to take advantage of it and just cherish every moment of it, because you never know what could happen. But
that's true.
definitely, obviously, thank the Rays for what they've done for me over the last 5 years, but happy to start a new chapter close to home with the Giants. So
Awesome, man. I got to ask, was it a little bittersweet watching the World Series? I mean, those are your boys. That's a long time to have been in that org.
yeah,
Obviously, I think you're rooting for them, but
for sure. I was kind of torn, man. Obviously, I've seen LA struggle the last however some odd years to pull it out and win the championship. But I had to go with my boys. I had to root for them. They played their butts off. It was so fun to watch. All you can ask for I don't know. I'm weird, man. I'm a fan first. Obviously, I love playing the game, but ever since a little kid, I've grown up watching baseball. I always love watching, and all you can ask for in a World Series is a good series. You know what I mean? And I think they
for
delivered
sure.
that. It was very exciting. Lots of action. So, yeah, I was pulling for them. I was texting them, throughout the series and trying to give them my support. But I think they're doing all right, and they got a good spot over there. So exciting
For
years to come
sure.
for them for sure. But
For sure.
to see the hometown team win, obviously is super cool.
That is awesome. They did give us game four, that finish in game four was one of the better World Series finishes you're going to see. So
Dude,
we did get a
I mean, the only
great
thing
game
I
and a
can
great
think of
series.
the only thing I can think of is David Freese in that Cardinals Rangers
Yes.
World Series. That is probably but besides that, but with that being said, if I'm a Giant, Dodgers, we got to go down.
Right.
Can't be
Enjoy
rooting
it
for
this
them
year because you
anymore.
don't get it next year.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
man.
they're gonna have their hands filled next year for sure.
With this weird season, what was your prep like in that little window after you came back from camp and what were you doing? How did you manage yourself?
Yeah, you cut out a second there. I believe you were talking about when we got shut down and just staying ready for baseball to resume.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
What was your prep like?
obviously you ramp it up in spring. You're a couple weeks away from getting a season going. You're locked in, and boom, next thing you know, we're catching a flight back home and kind of just being like everyone else. It was strange. It was strange for everyone, baseball industry or not. Obviously, it was very, very tough times. But I think for a while, just because there was so much unknown, I was trying to just stay active outdoors. I was going out to the beach, going on hikes, doing outdoor workouts. And then I think as time went on, I was able to get back in the gym and just just basically treated it like another off season, man. I was going out to see my hitting coach in Northridge, Doug Latta, and just got some more work in it. Honestly, it was a blessing in disguise. Like, how many times do you get to do off season work, go out to spring training, kind of do an acid test, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then come back and keep notching it in and dialing it up. And so it definitely it benefited me for sure. I made the most of it, and that's what you have to do in those times. You can kind of sit around and get complacent, but I tried to make the most of it. And I think I went back into summer camp with my swing more dialed in than I had it going into spring training. So definitely times, but I was obviously, we trained together. We're fortunate to have Josh open up his gym for us, and we had very strict rules, but being able to do something was very clutch, because I was talking to a lot of players that didn't have access to a lot of things during the shutdown. So just kind of running back through the time, it was crazy, but just treated it like another off season, man. And
I really like the acid test analogy. I like that. It was a good opportunity to go in. You think you're prepared, you see what's working, and you go, I could fine tune that a little bit, and you get a second opportunity to do so. That is a very cool, unique situation that I don't think it's good to make the most of it, because I think a lot of college kids were probably in that same boat, losing a season, and you're like, well, realistically, you've never had this big of a window to try to improve yourself. You've always had to go compete in a game. So if you're able to make the most of it, you're able to make some serious gains that other people can't. Yeah,
no doubt. I don't know. A lot of people think the more you play, like, the better you get. For me, like, doing stuff in the off season, and like I've never gone out and played winter ball. I've always tried to better my craft during the off season, and it's worked for me. So just kind of sticking with that.
So now that we get into, hopefully we'll have a normal year next year. We still don't know, but what's your normal off season routine look like when you do have full access to everything that you personally like to do?
That's a great question, because I laugh because a lot of like family members or someone will ask me, like, well, what do you do with your days? Like, I
don't mean it like that. Just like, as far as like,
no, I know. And I'm going to let everyone know that the days are, they're filled. If it's physical therapy, and then in the weight room, and then, getting with my running guy, Joe, and then going out to hit, recovery, doing some cryo, a lot of recovery stuff. So it fills up the day, and normal that. And to answer your question, like, when I have access to all that stuff, that's what a typical, like, normal off season would look like, along with hanging out with friends and family and just enjoying my time at home. But it's active every day. Ground balls, hitting, training. It's nonstop. So that's why I was laughing, because people ask, like, what do you do during your off season? And it's like, trying to get better, trying to get ready for next season, And I don't know if that's where you were trying to get at with your question. But
I think to that point, people obviously know that there's a lot that goes into prepping yourself for a major league season.
For sure.
But to your point of, this is not a time really of just rest and recovery. You're in the weight room, you're hitting regularly. You're out taking ground balls, now you're taking fly balls too, because we never know where we're going to find you.
For sure. I will say, when I get home from the season, I'll take a week, maybe 2 weeks off, just kind of enjoy my time, let the body recoup. I didn't play that many games this year, but the season, just the way it was, felt so long. It was such a mental grind, just with protocol and testing and all that. So, normally I'll try to take a vacation early on when I get home, but this year I came home and like I said, I kind of just relaxed for a couple of weeks, and then got back in the gym, started getting after it. Just was excited to get going. So,
nice. Personal news that, if it's okay with me sharing with people, I know you're getting married here in a minute, so that's an exciting thing you got coming up. So we got to balance a little bit of little wedding, a little honeymoon time. We got to balance that wedding and honeymoon time in with our whole routine.
No, absolutely. Honestly, this thing's been getting planned for almost a year now, and my fiance has made it super easy on me to be able to go out and focus on playing ball every day and just doing what I need to do. And she's doing a hell of a job. And it's exciting time. And just obviously another with COVID, man, everyone, we have friends that weddings getting canceled, and we're happy that ours is still on board for December, and just super excited about it.
Nice.
Like I said, I know these could be very high stress situations, and my fiance is just really, really killing it. She's doing a heck of a job coordinating everything and getting this whole thing set up, just making it easier on me. And we got our venue moved and all that stuff. So just super excited about it, man. I think it'll be a blast for sure.
Nice. So to get back to baseball a little bit, you were obviously a highly recruited kid. You committed to UCLA. You were a very high pick in the MLB draft. What would you share with 16-year-olds now that you've had to learn over the years, where maybe you were very prepared for that experience, but obviously, kind of what I wish I knew then what I know now thing? What would you be telling 16-year-olds now if they want to prepare the same way you did, or what do they need to do differently?
Yeah, I mean, I do want to take the time just to thank you having me on here. I think this is great what you guys are doing, and just kind of bringing awareness to how to better yourself, and just putting the info out there. I feel like when I was in high school, you kind of just heard through like word of mouth, where to train or what to do. Now with so much access we have to things, this is awesome, and I think it's really, really beneficial. But
thank you for being here.
I mean, yeah, you don't get anywhere in life essentially without hard work. So obviously that's number one. If you want something, you got to be dedicated. You got to be passionate about where you want to get. I mean, the sacrifices I had to make in high school to follow my dreams, like missing out on, some parties or dances, whatever it was, because I was out playing baseball, or Friday night football games, had to get home because I was playing a tournament on the weekends, like just things that the normal, I guess, person didn't really have to go through.
For sure.
So that's number one. I mean, there's so many things that I wish I knew, obviously, when I was even when I debuted in 2017,
the next part of this question was going to be your 22-year-old self.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things I knew. I will say that even during quarantine, with some of the neuro work I did, just taking my brain to like the next level, instead of being complacent. I was always like complacent on my dream was to make it to the big leagues. I never expanded my brain to say I can be an all-star, an MVP, or a Hall of Famer in the big leagues, So it's like, Steph Curry, Tom Brady, all these guys have their neuro coaches to help better themselves. So I would say that's definitely one. We always focus on the physical, working out, hitting, taking ground balls. I think the more you can strengthen your brain and grow those branches in your brain, definitely is key, and is very beneficial, and really helped me kind of navigate through this last season with not playing a lot and moving from team to team, COVID, all that stuff kind of helped me solidify that, and just yeah, man.
That's interesting. No, that's neural work. So we have part of on our platform, we encourage kids for like mental skills, because it's something that is not really talked about. This is, people know to get in the gym and people know that they need to hit, but as you're saying now, there's a lot more that goes into it. And especially at your level, where it's one thing to get to the big leagues, but it's another thing to stay in the big leagues like you have, and that continues consistent improvement.
Yeah, no, you can't get complacent, and you hit the nail on the head, man. I don't want to say it's easy to get to the big leagues. If you stay on track, you can get there, but man, is it hard ever to stay there? And that's where you got to find these next tools or whatever it is to propel you to stay in the league. And I wish I would have known who Doug Lotta was when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. He's really solidified a new approach for me hitting wise, similar to Justin Turner. That's his guy who kind of turned his career around. Like I said, the neuro training, all that stuff really has played a factor into being successful today. But I think you kind of gotta have a foundation, and and start somewhere. And I think that starts with hard work. And also, I think you got to fail sometimes too, man. Like going through failures and going through struggles. If I would have been successful, I might have had a mediocre career and just kind of rode with the wind, you know. And
Right.
Me struggling allowed me to seek out. Sorry, we got some loud riders. There's a lot of construction over by my house. I tried to like go find a quiet spot. Anyways, I think really struggling and going through that failure, man, is another just testimony to my career. And like it helped me dig deeper and kind of be aware of some things that I didn't know about. And like I said, if I was just an average player and kind of could carry it along, I might have been able to do that. But I think failing and going through that, just it builds character. It really just kind of molds who you are. And I know a lot of people say that, like you got to fail before you become successful. And I know a lot of successful people have done that and been through it. But it's all about just growing, man. Growing any which way possible. Training, brain work, whatever, you know. So
no, as we've talked about, you've surrounded yourself with a team of people, and continued to achieve on an individual basis, which is just like, you know, you've done it yourself through your own hard work. There's no doubt that it's your drive that's allowing this. But like you said, you've got a physical therapist, you have a trainer, you have a mental skills coach, you have a hitting coach. This is a team of people that are inputting information into you, and then you're taking that hard work, putting it all together, and outputting a Major League Baseball player. You know, it's not. This is far from a straight track, like you said.
No, it's never that easy. And that's just what I would tell. That's what I would tell kids now, like going through the process. One, have fun, enjoy the game, never lose sight of that. You know, we play this game to have fun, and we love it. We've loved it as kids. But, you know, I even, dude, I've played with some of the best dudes in high school that I thought were going to be 10-time All-Stars and Hall of Famers, and they just never really panned out because I feel like they lost that will to work. You know, they kind of, they had everything given to them, and they just kind of, they lost that vision, that sight. So that's kind of what I want to relay to any youth athletes that have watched this right now, is just continue to work your butt off. Like there's endless possibilities that you can go to, and you don't get anywhere without trying to benefit yourself in any which way possible. So yeah, I mean, that's about all I got.
No, I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. That's very cool. I think that's, you know, a lot of times the big dog, to your point, the big dogs don't always stick around. There's not that many, you know, super high picks stick around in the major leagues forever just based on talent. That's just not really how the game works. There's a lot of people who want your job, and a lot of people are going to come fight for it if you don't fight for it. So
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. A little bit, just one of your other projects you run a nonprofit, the Daniel Robertson Family Foundation. Can you tell people a little bit about what you guys do and how people can support your endeavor?
Yeah, so it's a Daniel Robertson Family Foundation. We started it, oh gosh, I don't know, 2014 or 15. It's kind of a long process to get a foundation actually signed and going, but I think our first event was 2015. But basically we put on little mini fan fest in my hometown of Upland, California, and you know, fans will come out and buy tickets. I round up a group of ball players in the area, professional ball players in the area that are available to come out and help me with the event. But yeah, we raise money for if the breadwinner in a family is sick and getting treatment for cancer or whatever's going on, and they can't work to provide for their family. We try to raise money to help those families in need. I know we've helped out with a couple mortgages in Tampa with some families going through tough times. Basically, we started it in honor of my father, who passed in 2013. He was diagnosed with lung cancer, and we were always fortunate that we were stable and our lives didn't have to alter when he was sick and going through treatment. And not a lot of people are fortunate, you know, to be in that situation. So we came up with the idea, hey, let's do a foundation, or let's do a fundraiser, little event. People buy tickets, come, have a bunch of games set up, and it's been awesome, man. We've raised a lot of money the last 4 or 5 years doing it. We've helped a lot of families, and it's one thing to have an impact on people on the field and help a team win and do all that, but like I've always believed as an athlete, like you have a greater purpose, and that's to spread awareness or help your community and just help people in need. And that's what we're doing. So it's really awesome. You can go to Daniel Robertson Family Foundation.org /donate. If you guys want to go on there and kind of check it out, there's a lot of cool donate options or stuff going on. And, obviously with COVID year, it'll be hard to get an event together. So we're coming up with ways to do something virtually, virtual silent auctions, or just something that we can do to keep the name, keep the foundation going.
Awesome.
So it's exciting, man. It's been a lot of work, and it's to see it, transpire, and then you put the money to use and help people. It makes you feel good. We were looking to kind of expand it out in Tampa, do some events out there. Obviously now maybe look to do something up north in Northern California. So that would be cool. But like I said, man, you can kind of do anything you put your mind to in this world, and it's cool when it pays off. So
That's really awesome
that you bringing that up so people can
of course. No, it's a very admirable work you do. It's awesome that you utilize your platform for something that's so positive. That's a very, and it's cool. It's very personal to you, and that means a lot, I'm sure. So
for sure.
Well, D-Rob, thanks so much, man. You're a grade A human. I really love getting to do this with you. The insight you give kids is just phenomenal. Adults, myself, I loved it. So I really appreciate you joining me today. And
no, thanks for having me. I'm probably going to go sit back on the couch now because my legs are fried from those sleds today.
That was a good one this morning.
Anytime you need me, man, I'm here. And everyone out there, always keep working hard no matter what. Fail, get back up again, keep going. I've done it multiple times. We know how it goes. So
absolutely. All right, brother. Thank you for your time.
Great thing you guys are doing, man. It's awesome. It really is.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Take care, brother.